Hi everybody, welcome to Dice Camera Action. Before we jump into today's episode, I'd like to welcome back our special guest star, al-Massari, who's playing a beloved character. And thank you for joining us.
Hooray! I'm a favorite.
Yep. And
at least somebody likes me.
And
Fair.
Anna would be here, except she's celebrating with her real friends, I guess.
That's fair. Not true.
No, seriously, we do miss her, and we will miss Evelyn as well. Previously in Dice Camera Action, at the urging of the dwarven mage Alcoria Stonemarrow, the Waffle crew sat down with Waterdeep's foremost psychic exorcist, the halfling Dr. Serenity Theximoff. And boy, did they need that session. After spending a day at the beach more recently, the Waffle crew returned home to find a package on their doorstep addressed to one Audra Knell, Knell. It contained a rug of smothering that attacked Paulton twice and Diath once before fleeing the scene.
It liked me more.
The Waffle crew learned that Audra Knell is a wizard who disappeared many months ago. According to a raven-headed door knocker outside Blackstaff Tower, Audra had enemies and specialized in dimensional magic. When the Waffle crew got home, they were horrified to discover that the GIF Commodore, Warrington Munt, who had been acting strangely for a few days, had turned into a hulking mind flayer. They killed him and were about to begin the search for the Waffle kids who appear to be missing. So Warrington Munt, in this new horrific form, lies dead at your feet on the second floor of the Waffle House in the hall. He fell onto this level after Strix cast a passwall spell underneath his feet. He was on the level above, and he was put down by the Waffle crew and is now bleeding out all over the floor, clearly dead, having been killed by weapons and spells. All is quiet once more, except of course for the noises that you guys make. Whatever, screaming.
So we're picking up like right
Yes.
at the end of the last one. Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah, Strix is just on the ground crying. She doesn't know what to do.
I guess
I really shouldn't be laughing so hard at the person in chat that just said, "Ding dong, the GIF is dead."
not cool.
I think that's worth a laugh. That's worth a laugh. It's dark, but you know.
Wow.
So is our show. Evelyn, alarmed that the Waffle kids are not responding to her calls to come out of hiding, decides to take flight once more to leave the building to see if there are any signs of them outside or in the neighborhood. She also knows that if things really got bad, they'd probably go across the street to Fala. And so she's going to check with them.
Yeah, I just imagine she immediately like flew off to find the children right away.
Yeah. And her calls of the children's names get farther and farther away sounding.
Right. I will go upstairs and actually look at Warrington's room.
Okay, when you climb the stairs, you're now up on the third floor, which is still one level below Warrington's room. You see that there's a broken plank-covered window where you threw the Paulton doppelganger out several sessions ago.
Right.
There are some other windows looking over the front of the street as well, through which some moonlight is streaming. There's no sign of the hole in the floor that Warrington fell through because that was a magical hole that has since dissipated. But you do see that there is some damage in this upstairs hall. And you're standing right at the point where the stairs go downstairs and another flight of stairs goes upstairs to your room in Warrington's. But to your right, you see a door has been torn off its hinges and reduced to smithereens. It is the door to the library study, which is on the third floor, but you guys have never used that room. It's at the back of the house, and it's pretty much been closed up the entire time you've been there.
We didn't have enough books.
Right. And
No
so-
one got Strix any books because she's not a wizard.
Right. So that door has been ripped off its hinges, broken inward by obviously a great force. You can imagine that being Warrington Munt. Now, why he would want to break down the door to get in there, you have no idea because there's nothing there. At least nothing that you're aware of.
Was this wasn't the room he was typically staying in, was it?
No, he was staying the level above, across from you, in the attic
attic.
storage room.
Right.
And I would assume that's where the guns are kept.
Yes.
Noted.
Huh. I guess when you just have this big of a house, you just forget about all the rooms inside.
Yeah.
So,
So you notice that. You don't have to necessarily do anything about it. I just pointed out as being odd.
right, but when Strix and I came up here, we were hearing him one floor directly above, and when she did the pass wall thing, this is where he fell down from.
Yeah, which would have been right outside the library study.
Right. Okay. Well, I would like to at least, especially with the broken hinges and stuff, I want to at least peer into the library.
Yeah, it's clear looking at the hinges and stuff that he must have just thrown his full weight up against the door. Probably because it was key locked, he couldn't open it, or God knows why. But he wanted to get in there quickly. When you peer into the library study, it is dusty, dark, quiet. The drapes are pulled over the windows, so there's no light from the outside coming in, and the shelves are bare. There's a desk in the middle of the room between the two windows and a tall chair behind it. They too are dusty and have cobwebs strung across them.
But is otherwise unnoteworthy
That's correct.
for a library, like nothing out of the usual.
No, it's as empty and neglected as you would expect it to be under normal circumstances.
Huh. All right. Nah, not getting much from that immediately, and then I'll continue my way up to Warrington's bedroom.
Okay, you climb the steps heading to the top floor and can see your bedroom door closed on the one side and then Warrington's door open on the other. And you can hear strange whirring noises, almost mechanical, coming from Warrington's room.
Strix? Bolton?
Yo!
Strix hasn't moved from the corpse yet. If you want to get her, you have to drag her away.
Well, I'm here. What seems to be the problem, bud?
Warrington's bedroom. There's
Yeah, you're kind of on the landing, looking up at the stairs at the open door to Warrington's room on one side of the hall, and you can hear the whirring and clicking noises of something mechanical.
He was probably working on a super gun.
And it's dark otherwise.
that must be it.
I'll go check it out.
You'll need a light.
I am a light.
I thought you were the knight.
Can I fairy fire myself?
Yes, you'll be easier to hit, but yeah, absolutely.
Wait, why is that a factor?
I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying you would know that.
Oh I have dancing lights.
That's even better. You can create these mobile, basically, torch lights that you can move around.
Cool. They're gonna like spin around me in a pretty dance.
Okay, so you are brightly lit as you make your way up the staircase toward Warrington's room. When you get, just before you get to the point in the doorway where you can see anything into the room, the whirring and clicking stops.
As do I. Can I be invisible real quick?
Dancing lights and
Oh, wait, that's
invisibility may not work.
Wait, dancing lights is 1 minute.
It's concentration. Invisibility is, checking just to be sure, concentration. So your dancing lights would end if you become invisible.
Okay. Well, then I will just keep the dancing lights up.
Okay,
I'm gonna like have them go into the room
that you can do.
and just see what happens.
When they
to 'em.
disappear around into the open doorway into the room, The room becomes lit, but you're not at a point where you can actually see in it. But the good news is there isn't some reaction. Other than the room being lit up, nothing seems to go off, or nobody, you don't hear screams or any surprise at the lights being sent in.
Okay.
The room is now silent and lit.
Okay.
If it's been like 15 minutes, Strix will eventually stand up and shuffle up the stairs to find everyone.
Okay. Yeah, she gets up the stairs, about halfway up, and she realizes one of her boots is kind of making a squishing sound, and that's because the blood from the mind flayer basically pooled around her feet, and now she's tracking it all upstairs.
Oh.
Great. She doesn't notice at all. She's used to that.
Okay.
Fallen hears it and like immediately turns around and super loudly is like, "Shh. They can't hear us."
She just keeps walking and ignores that.
Making her way up to Dieth on the staircase. Now we're going to flip from the Waffle House across town to a section of the Sea Ward that at this time of night is pretty quiet. In fact, most of the Sea Ward is, because it's one of the richer neighborhoods, and the nights here seem to be very tranquil. There are lots of big estates, walled compounds, old money, but among the residences is Mistra's Arms, the asylum. And in her office in the asylum sits Dr. Theximov. And Doctor, your assistants have returned.
Oh, wonderful. I'm so glad you're back.
You turn and greet them, and you realize two of them are holding up the third, who is just either dead or unconscious in their arms. Looking at the distress to its body, you think that they have been subject to possibly a thunder wave spell. And the three mind flayers, the two of them just sort of drop the third to the floor, and then one of them says to you telepathically,
"We couldn't get to him."
Well, that is disappointing.
We were in the alley when one of them leapt out of the shadows and attacked us. Some sort of half-man, half-bat creature.
Oh, that's just terrible. Well, oh, he's leaking all over the floor. I'm gonna have to mop that up later. Well, I'm glad that you two are okay. Is he dead?
I think so.
Oh, well. We'll have to replace him, and the whole training process is just gonna be awful. You know how much I hate onboarding new hires.
Do you want us to make a new one?
Yeah, we better. Actually, let's make two as a spare. We're already a little understaffed. Let's get rid of this one. We'll make two more.
What the fuck?
they will pick him up and drag him out of your office.
Dr. Theximov will throw one of her. She'll open a desk drawer that she has, and will take one of her many doilies and toss it over the wet spot.
There's a little spot.
Yeah, she'll just kind of very gingerly cover it and arrange it.
The doily kind of soaks up the black.
Yeah,
blood.
it does. So she'll just throw another one on top. To layer them.
Yeah.
It's a design choice.
Now, you're staying rather late tonight because you've been busy with one of your more difficult patients. But when the cleaning staff comes through, they'll probably take care of that for you. You might just want to push that rug off to the side so it doesn't leach over onto that.
Yeah, I'll with my little foot, I'll push it and
Okay.
put a small, a halfling sized wet floor sign over
Nice.
it.
Little tent pole sign. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I will, after my assistants have disposed of the dead mind flayer, I would like to resync up with them.
Okay. Yeah, you can go downstairs. They're sort of tossing the dead mind flayer down a chute. And
Yeah.
when they turn to you, they They have recommendations for which patients are probably most likely candidates for the seromorphic procedure.
Okay. I will ask them to bring me like the candidates in like a nice file folder, and I will look through them, and I will pick, just the most lost cause, somebody who's never going to leave this facility. I want to give them a new life, a better life, as a good mind-flaying citizen. So I'm going to pick the worst two cases.
Then they will take those names and make sure that those prisoners are implanted.
Okay, and as they go, I'll be like, make sure you take your 15-minute breaks. I don't want to have any sort of OSHA violation. Not again. We can't afford another fine.
Understood.
Yeah.
And one of them will turn to you and say,
What about the Warrington runt creature?
Oh, I am just so sad about that Warrington munt. I guess there's not really a lot we can do there. Do they know?
We don't know when the process of seromorphosis will be complete.
Well, we have that going for us, I suppose.
He could be a danger to them.
I guess we better collect him, huh? So I think I will go back into my office. I will get my adorable owl bear shaped wicker bag and put in a couple extra doilies.
yeah.
And I will grab. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, you were thinking about heading home anyway, so.
Yeah, I was going to leave anyway, but I might as well make a stop. I will grab a couple new legal pads and some of my nicer pens, and then I will take a very thick case file off of my shelf that just says Strix on it and put that in my bag, and some significantly smaller, like single manila folders, and I will put those. One says Dorth, and the other one says Paulton. Yeah.
All right. When you head out, the nightman downstairs makes sure that a coach is called for you. Okay. And so you don't have to wait long. You just sort of stand under the portico when this thing rolls up in the driveway to pick you up.
Okay. Before I get into the coach, I'll wave to my assistants, and I will say, make sure, I know we're really good at the process at this point, but just be sure, peek in on them, make sure they don't need any snacks. We have some good berry LaCroix in the fridge if they get thirsty. And watch out for the patient in room 17. She is a biter. Infectious. Those two seem to go hand in hand. So I'll be back in a little while. Don't stay too late, and then I'll hop into the carriage.
Okay. They bow before you and withdraw to the shadows of the asylum as you are ushered into the carriage by the driver and borne to the Waffle House. And when you arrive there, you see it is kind of a dark, looming structure. Last time you were here was during the day. It was much more pleasant. Here at night, you don't particularly care for the look of this place, its dour countenance as it glares down upon you with vacant windows.
I will step out of the carriage and look up at the house. I'm still afraid it's going to fall on me and crush me. I am very small, so you can understand the stress that I'm under. And I will go up to the door and hesitantly knock on it, but knock nonetheless.
The door actually, when you go up, you realize it's not completely closed.
Oh.
That sounds right.
No.
I won't quite invite myself in, but I'll poke my little head in and be like, hello, it's me, Dr. Serenity.
The door kind of creaks open after about a minute very slowly, and you see that there is an energy beam that's actually opening the door.
Oh.
And
That's
then
new.
this little white orb with 4 stumpy eye stalks comes poking from around the corner very trepidatiously with a big central eye looking at you warily. Its little-eyed eye stalks kind of twitching nervously, and you see it's got a tiny little wizard's hat on.
Well, if this isn't just the precious little biscuit I ever did.
And this little floating grapefruit-sized orb kind of gives you a strange look, and he's just kind of drooling out of one side of its mouth uncontrollably.
I will take a very daintily embroidered handkerchief out of my pocket and dab at the
Okay.
gross.
It starts to kind of chew on it.
Okay, you can keep that one. I'll make some more. Are your parents, guardians, the people that live here? I think there are 4 of them. Are they here? I'd like to
It
speak.
kind of makes a sound like, and looks off in a direction and goes, with all of its eyes kind of looking inward.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure I've heard that before.
Yeah, same. I also forgot about the robe, so I just kind of throw the hood up. I'm like, oh.
I'm just like, that's Albie's word for it's not someone dangerous. I'll go down and check on it.
I got
She'll
this.
just-
Don't worry.
She'll just slosh shuffle downstairs in her shoes, like.
You hear creaking floorboards in the depths of the house, Doctor.
Paulton's trying to compete and get down there first.
Then you see this black cloaked figure come riding down the banister of the spiral staircase and crash at the bottom of the tap room.
perfect. I imagine this is like 2 siblings where like the
Yes.
younger one wants to get down first.
And then Paulton just sort
No,
of
Strix
springs,
isn't going fast. Strix is moping.
after landing at the bottom of the staircase, Paulton sort of springs up into a standing pose.
How'd you find our lair?
Well, I've been here before. It's my favorite contrarian. Paulton, I would know that silliness anywhere.
Who I am. You
You
don't
put
know my
my-
identity. I've never
I
seen you in
do.
my life.
Mm,
You don't know me.
okay, that's fine.
Strix mopes up behind him and just looks at the doctor, and she's like, "Oh, hi, doctor.
Don't tell her anything.
I know that the last time we met, you told me to practice lots of self-care and mindfulness or whatever that is, and instead we just got mind flayers."
Oh, I can see where the confusion would be. They both have the word mind in them, but I bet you did more self-care.
No.
Oh no.
Oh no,
I
if,
would-
Okay. Oh, she's back.
Sorry, my computer is being mean to me today.
No, I
Oh,
just
no.
killed one of our dear friends.
If there's like any sort of like anywhere I can sit, I'm gonna put like several doilies and just like sit, and my feet don't reach the ground, so they just like swing.
all
It's
right.
very charming.
Okay. Yeah, Strix is just like, well, today I killed one of our dear friends
Stop
and
telling her anything.
impaled a baby chick on a knife
She
and
doesn't
had to
have
watch
know.
it die.
Where's your costume? Strix, where's your costume? She knows your identity now.
Well, of course I
Paulton,
know her
Paulton.
identity.
Paulton, that robe is
That's
evil.
not me.
You should take it off. It used to belong to Manchun, who is evil. Are you
Oh.
evil, Paulton?
It doesn't work on me. It just makes me the knight. I am the knight.
I'll just like take off my boot and start dumping out the blood.
As this is going on, Doctor, you sense something that you didn't detect in the house previously. A presence. Here, but strangely distant, almost like the echo of someone trapped in the house.
Okay. Do I recognize like who the presence would belong to?
No, you sense though that it's an intelligence. It's not some. It's a person or somebody intelligent.
Okay. Is there anything I can roll to like covertly figure out who it might be, or
You can make an insight check.
I'll make an insight check. Got pull up my character sheet. 18.
You sense that it is someone who is not in control of their own mind, and it seems to be someone in the house on a higher level than this ground
Oh.
floor.
Great.
And you think that they are confused.
Hmm. Do I think that the other members of the house know who it is? Is it somebody that I've met before?
No. Actually,
Not somebody.
actually, yes. It is someone you've met before. It might be someone from your case files. The mind is been twisted since you touched it last. But this mind reminds you of a wizard you met over a year ago. A deeply, profoundly troubled wizard who thought everyone was out to kill her.
Interesting.
The person we're looking for. They live in our house. Great.
All right. Well, I will motion for.
If only you had
Batman.
your file so you could remember her name.
Oh, yeah. Can I look through my file bag to see if anything connects?
You can do that right now. They'll all be staring at you, of course, but absolutely.
Okay. That's fine. I'm used to it by now. So I'll pull out my files, Strix's incredibly thick one.
Yeah.
And
You got your old notebook, your current
Yeah.
one. There might be a note or a jotted remark in there that might
Okay.
remind you.
as I'm flipping through this, to not raise suspicions, I'm gonna ask, I know that a couple different other people live in this house. Or is it just you two tonight, or is there some other people here?
Yes, it's only us two. There's no one else here. There's no.
No, Evelyn is gone.
Hmm.
She went to go look for the kids because they ran away or something. We don't actually know where they are after they were attacked. We were attacked. Dieth is upstairs, I think. Dieth, are you still upstairs?
Let's cut to Dieth and find out.
I was like, and Paulson isn't here. He's invisible. I don't see him. Do you see him, Doctor?
Oh no, where did he go?
See, he's gone.
I feel like you're pandering.
Never. I would never do that to you, Paulson. I would never do that to you ever in my life.
Please don't ruin this for me. I need this.
All right, Dieth,
Yeah.
what are you up to?
Well, they went into the door, and I am just under the impression that it's like a customer or something.
Right.
So while they do that, I'm going to do my best to inspect Warren's room, especially the potential source of these mechanical noises.
What are you using for a light source once Paulton flees the scene?
Just gonna grab one of those dancing lights.
They're not solid.
I know. I'm sure I could have something nearby. Well, my room is nearby. I can just easily hop over there, grab one of my lanterns or torches
Yeah.
or my other usual light sources,
Okay.
and just bring it back over with me.
All right, so you've got a conventional lantern,
Yeah.
which you shine into Warrington's room. The first thing you immediately notice is there is all kinds of, there's a black sheen over the walls,
Yeah.
almost like a slick, slimy resin that has solidified in patches and just sort of covered the walls and made them almost rib-like, corrugated in a way, this corrugated black resin. And it's uneven, and there are places in the walls where you can actually still see the wood. And the windows, for the most part, seem to be clear, although they're sort of splashed with this stuff, and it's sort of like a brown glaze over them.
I kind of want to go up to this weird black resiny stuff.
And it's right inside the door too, so you don't have to go very far into the room.
Great.
But as you're casting your light around, you can see that there are some contraptions about, as well as some papers. There's a paper on the floor that contains what appears to be a drawing that you remember Warrington pitching you the idea of the cannon turret.
Yeah.
It appears to be a schematic that he drew showing that. You can also see that there's a weird box with what appear to be some wires and stuff, as well as pieces of things that look like disassembled firearms. reattached in weird ways. But the thing that's weirdest is in the middle of the room, next to one of the rafters, is a device made out of what appears to be a costume mannequin, a wooden mannequin. But it's got weird things added to it, including what appear to be bunny ears, like tall wire loops stuck into its head.
And nothing about this mannequin is recognizable otherwise?
No, it looks like a modified mannequin that he was probably tucked away back here in the attic with a bunch of other junk.
Yeah, just
When you
my
touch
limited
when you
experience.
touch the resin, I'd like you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no. But I wanted okay.
Why?
Wisdom?
Why did you touch it? It clearly looked like it was from Alien.
Yeah, and it looked like something Strix wanted, and I was gonna get her a piece.
Oh no. That was your first mistake.
I rolled well though. Dirty 20.
Okay. Yeah, when you touch it, you get kind of a psychic jolt in your brain. Like just a flash of some mental distress.
Huh. Do I determine if it's still safe to maybe retrieve the piece, or is it like one of those, like, as soon as like I touch it, it's like,
Yeah, it's just a very instantaneous flash, painful to your brain, but not so painful that it damages you.
right?
You didn't have that much contact with it. Your natural instinct to recoil protected you from what could have been psychic damage.
Okay, well then natural death instincts will kick in at this point. Just be like, nope, not
Yeah.
messing with that.
But it's almost like this resin is a concentrate of negative expelled emotion
yeah.
or psychic damage.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna stay away from that from now. And I don't see anything that's possibly generating this stuff. It's like patchy all over.
Yeah. It's like if somebody had, based on the way it's kind of spread along the walls and dripped down, it's almost like it exploded outward from some source in the room and just sort of plastered everything and then just sort of drooled its way down. But it's not quite that simple.
Okay. Well, I suppose I'll just kind of I'll move past that, shuffle and put the lantern down somewhere and try to examine the rest of the room, the papers, possibly the exact location where the mechanical noises came from.
When you set the lamp down on the floor, you see that there are drawings on the floor itself in chalk. And those drawings are of some sort of map, a configuration of rooms, corridors, and doors that connect them. And it seems to cover the floor.
I wish to transcribe this.
That will take some time.
Ah,
But you have the papers around you to do it.
yeah. I might need to come back to it after checking with the others, but I don't want it disturbed
Okay.
because
It does occur to you right now that it's be very strange for a customer to show up at this hour of the night.
heck.
Oh
I'm
no.
able to go back up there at some point because I'm really not interested in more therapy.
I'm cutting back to you guys right now. So yeah, as soon as you
Wait,
see
can I just-
you see the doctor getting out all these different files and papers and laying them out on the table in front of her like she's looking for something.
I'd like also to imagine that Dieth has like water deep guard, like police tape, and he's like put police tape around the little room. It just says property of water deep police, do not pass or something.
She's like laying out papers. I'm just like, all right, I'm bored.
Dr. Theximov is not going to like force him to go through therapy if he doesn't want to. So she'll just dismiss him if he doesn't want to be here. She's really just here
Therapy
to.
only works as if your choice. If you resist it, then
Yes.
it won't do anything anyway.
That's true. That's pretty smart. So you can just go back about your Paulton business, Mr. Batman, and I will just visit with my good friend Strip.
Was that Paulton growth?
Yeah.
I think it might be growth.
I passed for the day. I knew the right answer. The night is out. He walks upstairs.
Yep, heads upstairs.
Yeah, Strix is just
Cloak getting caught on a nail at some point.
oh no.
I will pretend to not
just like
see, but I will laugh.
It's a little stumble as he's walking out. He's just walking. He's like, I am the knight. Ah, damn it. I am still the knight.
Still in his same slippers, by the way.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Vampire slippers.
Yeah.
All right. So Strix, you have a momentary reprieve from the Dark Knight when he retreats. When he retreats upstairs, and you're alone with the halfling and Albie.
Yeah. I'll just be scratching Albie and just be like, oh, he's so cute.
A little treat.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks for coming back, Doctor. I haven't done anything right since the last time I saw you. I just keep killing friends and.
I don't know about that. When you say you killed your friend, are we talking metaphorically or literally? No, wrong.
Oh no, it's literally his body is right up there on the stairs, and I wasn't very nice to him before then because he was weird and had too many guns, and then I feel really guilty because I wasn't even nice to him, and then he just died, and I had to kill him with a lightning bolt in the chest, and he pretty much exploded.
I see. Well, I understand your guilt, and it's okay to feel your feelings. You don't have to get along with everybody you encounter. Not a lot of common interests. You don't.
But
really
I don't think I should kill them.
It's probably correct there. Was there any particular reason for the lightning bolt to the chest?
Oh yeah, he was a hippo man, and then he was a mind flayer.
Oh.
Do you know why that would happen?
I have some theories, but perhaps we could go together, you and I, get some closure. I could take a look at the body with you.
All right.
And then
sounds
I will hop off whatever surface. I will collect my doilies, fold them up, KonMari style, and curse. They all spark joy.
All right.
And I will follow Strix to the
Okay.
body.
As you're collecting up your things and packing them up, Strix, you notice that there is blood falling through a crack in the floor above and just sort of splashing down on the floor of the tap room. This is Warrington's blood seeping through the cracks in the floor.
Yeah, he's up there.
Yeah.
Is it landing on me?
No, it's just missed you by a few feet. It's splashing down on a stool next to the where you keep your pastries on display.
Great. I just look at it. I'm like, hey, Albie, can you clean that up? Just please. Thank you. I know. There's no need for back talk today, Albie. I know. I'm sorry.
All right. Paulton, as you get upstairs to the level right below where Diath is, so the third level of the house, there's moonlight coming through a couple windows, and you can see that there is this library study that you have absolutely zero interest in, with the door smashed. It is from there that you hear Simon's voice. And Simon says,
Really? Is that the first time that's happened?
yeah, maybe, I don't know. I'm not sure.
That's funny.
And he says, first you hear him scream, "Ah! I got him! I think he's dead!"
All right, good job, son. I should go check on that. All right, I'll go. Fine, I'll check on my son.
When you
I'm
go
still-
into the library and study, there's no one there.
I'm gonna cast. What's it called? Find the thing. Locate creature.
Locate
Find
creature.
the thing.
Let's find the thing. If Evil were here, she would say our son is not a thing.
Find the son.
But she's not.
Locate son.
All right, locate creature. Right, so you cast this, and one action later, you try to use it to track Simon. He is, according to the spell, in the room, about 10 feet away from you, standing possibly on the desk, which, by the way, you can see with your own eyes, has no one standing on it.
Well, metagaming, I have an idea what's going on. But realistically, I have no idea.
Said
like-
Spalton.
Simon, my son. Where are you?
You get no response.
Don't make me count to 3. 1, 2.
Your spell registers he's not around anymore. He's not in range.
Thing's broken. Okay, well then I will. He's not in here. I'm gonna look up in that other room.
Okay. So you head upstairs and reunite with Diath. Diath,
I like walk up behind him, like really quietly, and then just like really loudly, just like right behind him. Commissioner Woodrow, what did you find?
God damn it.
Can you just not see at this point?
Not well. No.
he has been bumping into a couple things.
Oh.
Yeah, I definitely heard him.
Yeah, you probably did.
Okay.
Right away, DS will just say, "Stay away from that stuff. It's Pulse is evil. There's maps all over it, all kinds of papers, and I don't know. There's a lot going on here, and I'm gonna need some time to really examine it."
He's like, what stuff? And he just like pokes at what he just pointed at.
All right.
What?
So you have a number of things you can poke at when you sort of look around in the lantern light. And one of them is the mannequin with the rabbit ears.
Nope.
One of them is this weird box that's sort of enclosed on 3 sides but open on another, sitting on top of another box with some wires going into it. I mean, you could put your hand in that, I guess.
I kind of assumed he was talking about the.
Oh, the residue.
The black resin.
The black resin stuff. Yeah, that stuff's all over the place. You gonna touch that?
Why shouldn't I touch it?
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Give it a second.
Nat 20.
Okay. You
Damn it.
you also feel that psychic damage would have been visited upon you had you not been a little bit more careful and pulled your hand away before it could damage you.
The will of the night is too strong.
DS will say, "That's why I don't touch it."
Spoopy. Oh my god, that thing is hot. All right. All right. Yeah, it was me, Paulton, the whole time.
What?
But my identity needs to be safe with you. Can you keep this secret?
I could do this for you, friend.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Strix, you lead Dr. Theximoff upstairs. Is that the plan?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna lead her to the body, and I'm gonna be like, I don't really want to look at the body.
Yeah, on the second floor, at the bottom of the staircase, leading up to the 3rd floor, Doctor, you can see this titanically big mind flayer, like about 7 feet tall, splayed out on the floor, and clearly he was murdered.
Thanks for saying it was murder.
And there's enough of a uniform, a torn uniform worn by this creature to remind you that it could be their gift friend, who obviously underwent a seramorphosis.
Can I?
Not your handiwork, but not. But
I will say that internally, I'm like, clearly not one of mine.
Do I hear
Internally-
that? Do I
No.
hear that?
In my brain, you can't
internally, by
Okay.
definition, means
Okay.
no.
I felt like she was saying something scary.
Can I inspect the body of this?
Yes.
Okay.
And for that, you'll want to make like a, let's say, an investigation check if you're trying to draw some conclusions.
Investigation. Let's see. That is going to be a 22.
Excellent. So you can conclude, now it's obvious how he died. These guys killed him. But it's also clear to you that he was probably, you'd venture, implanted with a mind flayer tadpole before he even met them. And so since he transformed, you believe, just recently, you think that he was probably implanted a couple months ago. And It's likely to, based on, because that Ceremorphous, you know, mostly takes hold in humanoids, and a GIF is a humanoid, so he was definitely eligible.
After doing my inspection and coming to this conclusion, I will turn to Strix and ask, how long have you known this friend of yours? Very long, perhaps?
How long have we known Warrington? Like probably like 4 months, 3 to 5 months.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll just look at her and say it's about 5 months ish. He seemed fine. I mean, he was always a little barmy and liked guns a lot, and I think he was from space. But other than that, he did shoot himself out of a cannon into a mind flayer ship and then explode it and then ended up here. I think that's how he became a Commodore, because they thought he was dead. I'm not sure. The other hippo people told us that.
Well, he sounds like an exciting fellow, shooting himself out of cannons.
Yeah, he was an exciting fellow.
The
Now
two
this-
of you
this-
hear someone come down the stairs. You hear the creaking of the stairs, but you don't see anyone on the stairs.
Okay. Well, there's probably ghosts in here now.
Oh, how fun!
Why is that fun? What's wrong with you?
Well, it's just interesting. I just think ghosts are neat.
I think I need a new therapist. I don't think there's anything I can do to see that whatever this is, but maybe I can. Let's see. No, that's not gonna work. None of this is gonna work. I'm just gonna say Warrington was doing weird stuff in his room. We should go look in his room, and maybe that will help. Maybe we can find out what is going on here, because now there's ghosts in the house, and maybe they're hippo people ghosts coming to haunt me because I killed one of their brethren. Who knows?
I like that initiative. Why don't we go and take a look and see if maybe he was hiding something that turned him into a mind flayer just randomly for no reason at all?
Oh, I know it's not randomly. I mean, they definitely implant slugs into people's brain. I know that.
They do that, yeah. I've been told. I've been told they do that.
All right.
So close to insight checking you.
As you
gonna
make
do
your
it.
way up the stairs, Doctor, you feel something or someone grab you by the throat.
Oh.
I would like you to make a strength athletics check.
Okay. Oh. You gotta do it, Chris.
Okay. So, Strix,
bad.
you see the doctor who's kind of, well, you hear her first. The doctor kind of gasp
Oh,
behind you. And then when you turn to look at her, she is off her feet in the air and being thrust up against the wall of the staircase. And there's clearly something around her neck, because you can see her throat is all sort of pressed in, and she's gagging for breath as she's being held off her feet against the wall.
Okay.
Well, first I'm like, is this what a heart attack looks like? And then I'm like, wait, no, it's not.
And her little bag drops onto the steps
Okay.
as she reaches for whatever force is trying to grab her. But as she's reaching, there's nothing there.
Oh, God. Okay. Well, I think this is a ghost. So I'm going to go ahead and cast Spirit Guardians around me, and my chickens are going to appear.
Okay.
And I'm just going to say, chickens, I think we have ghosts.
Okay.
Can you check if there's ghosts, chickens?
Okay. You see, now how many chickens do you create, do you know?
I don't know. I can
Is
actually
it just
check.
an unknown number?
Yeah, I'm just going to cast it at 3rd level. Nothing, because I'm just having them look for ghosts. It says
Spirit Guardians.
you can designate any number of creatures you can see to be affected by
Okay,
it.
But it doesn't actually outline the number of creatures, so it could
No, it doesn't.
Dozens.
be dozens of
No, it could be
spectral
casted.
chickens appear.
I like to assume, like, if it's a battle, she could have, like, 6, like a bunch of big ones for a battle, like 6 big ones, but maybe she can summon like a bunch of tiny regular sized spectral chickens to run around and search for things.
Now, they're close enough being on that staircase for Dieth and Paulton to hear them.
The spectral chickens?
Yes.
Yeah, oh, that's fine. I'm just like, I'm summoning the chickens because the doctor's being choked by a ghost.
What?
You just hear that?
Paul's just like, it's like, oh, wait, hold on. Back to this. Like, I guess the doctor's into weird shit.
We should go.
What?
Come on. Let's go.
You keep doing that. I'll check on it. They just kind of.
All right.
Dieth will follow behind him, but he'll be sure to take the lantern out of the room
Yes.
with
Good,
him.
Yeah.
good
Fire
call.
accidents.
Meanwhile, Strix is going, did you know that we were at the beach earlier today?
While I'm like struggling.
Yeah, she's being choked and Strix is like, we were at the beach earlier today and it was really nice and we went for a swim.
Just
Okay.
keep having a therapy session.
At the start of your turn, Dr. Theximoff, you take some damage. You take a total of 13 points of damage, and it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Okay.
And the spectral chickens don't seem to be reacting to anything.
Okay.
They're just-
Well, on the strength check you had me roll, I rolled a 15.
Oh, okay. So this is a new strength check you made?
It's the one you had me do before. Should I do
Okay.
another one?
Yes, please.
Okay. Worse. That's a 5.
Okay. But what would you like to try to do?
Can I'd like to cast command on whatever's choking me, if possible.
Okay.
I don't have my book with me, so I'm not sure if command requires a saving throw.
It does. And I just have to check one other thing about the spell, specifically whether or not you have to see what it is you're commanding.
Okay.
It's a creature you can see within range.
Okay. Why don't we try? Well, I feel like detect good and evil is not going to do anything in this house.
Come on.
What about what about calm emotions? Is that also based on sight?
I think that's actually an area, in which case
Okay.
it might be perfect.
Let's do calm emotions if it's in AOE.
Yeah, it's a 20-foot radius sphere. So there
Okay.
you go.
Sounds great.
All right,
Let's do
and so everybody, including not everybody, just Strix, you have to make a saving throw.
Oh, great.
This is a charisma saving throw.
Oh, I'm good at
calm,
that.
though. It'll be great. You'll have a great time. You'll be calm.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a lot. Oh my God, that's adding my charisma bonus, right?
Oh yeah.
That's 28.
Shit.
Dang.
Okay, so your emotions are not calmed by this spell.
I'm always anxious. Take that.
That's fair.
But
My charisma bonus keeps me to always be anxious.
all right. So as the spell is cast, Doctor, it works, and whatever is holding you releases you, and you just kind of drop down to the stairs.
Oh, wonderful.
Oh, she's not having a heart attack anymore. She's fine.
Yeah, I will pop back up and like smooth myself off and like I'm fine. We'll fine. We'll put out. That's okay.
And then Paulton comes into view, this dark specter standing at the top of the steps.
It's like, citizens, what seems to be the problem?
Say all these spectral chickens.
Did the chickens find anything?
Nope.
Oh, I'm like, I'm sorry for summoning you guys. I just apologize to the chickens.
I heard there was doctor choking happening and I came running.
She's okay, but there's invisible shit in the house.
Could be ghosts.
Can't you do fairy fire? Cast some fairy fire around here. There's invisible shit.
Did it hurt anybody we care about?
Doctor, that force that you sensed, that intelligence, is calm now.
Oh,
Good.
You
I would
believe
like-
it will last for up to 1 minute.
Ooh.
If
Oh,
you
great.
If you continue concentrating on your calm emotion
do.
spell. All right.
all right. Paulton, Paulton, Darth, Paulton. Can we just go upstairs? We need to. Warrington was doing something up there. I need to go look at it because I'm sure that Dieth is up there copying a map or something, and I need to go look
Actually,
at the magic.
Dieth comes down right now, shining this light, this lantern.
It's messed up there. It's weird shit. You'd probably do it.
All right. Dieth, should I go look at that? Should I go look at the stuff up there?
As Diaz comes around the corner, his first thing he'll probably say is, Dr. Seximoff,
Doors?
what are you doing here?
Nice to see you. Just came in to pop and see my friend Strix.
It's very, very unusual for a doctor to make a house call in the middle of the night.
This
She broke into here.
I don't
Yeah,
believe you had
wait.
an appointment.
Yeah, why did you come here? Why are you here at this moment in the middle of the night after our lovely beach day in which we then murdered our friend?
Did your friend get to go on the beach day?
Yes,
Yes.
but we were all mean to him.
Oh.
Except for Paulton. I heard he was super nice to him.
No, you weren't.
He was super cool to him. They're best friends.
And Paulton must be pretty sad if his best friend is dead.
Oh, he's devastated.
Yeah. If Paulton wants to talk about it, I'm just,
He just remembered that his last dying words were, "I leave all my guns to you."
Oh, that's so nice.
That is very nice.
I'm
I'm sorry. I was still wondering what you're doing here.
I was in the neighborhood. Thought I'd visit my friend Strix.
We have been seeing each other on more of a regular basis.
Huh.
Yes, she's made an incredible amount of growth.
I'm glad. Well,
I-
this may not be the best time. Things are very dangerous right now, and it might be better if you're not here, Doctor.
I am concerned
We're all
about
concerned. That's our secret.
fair. Your friend, may he be rested, is now a mind flayer through a process from this. I was told that he shot himself onto a mind flayer cannon, and now I'm concerned that nobody else, maybe had a run-in with mind flayers and could also be a secret mind flayer, perhaps.
I mean,
Claire.
any of us could be secret mind flayers. Paulton ran into mind flayers outside. He could be a secret mind flayer.
Interesting.
Paulton.
Oh, we better go ask him about that.
Yes, we should. I would love to hear about this encounter with mind flayers outside.
I'll
Managed
go
to
get
get
him.
away. With
Only I know where he is. I'll go
This
find
is
him.
why I hate it when evil leaves.
So Paulton's room is actually right where you guys are. It's right at,
You're just gonna walk in.
Just like sidled by awkward.
yeah, yeah.
I'll be out in he'll be out in the
Thank you for getting him for us. It's really kind of you.
of course.
Door opens.
Shut the door and
Yeah.
then lock it behind me.
Click. Okay.
Oh, Paulton, you're back. Are you a secret mind flayer?
I didn't come out yet.
He
I'm
didn't come
still-
out yet. Yeah.
Oh, God. I'm just gonna leave. I'm gonna go upstairs and look at the
Okay.
stuff upstairs. I'm just like I can't deal with this.
You stomp. You stomp past Dieth and his light.
Wait.
Yeah.
Strix, before
What?
you go, I know you're going to want to, but do not touch the black stuff.
Oh, noted. Thank you.
It's really bad.
Okay.
Try not to.
What about lick it? Can I lick it?
Don't go anywhere near it. It'll hurt you right in the brain.
All right. My brain's already good enough in that on its own, so I'll make sure not to touch it.
All right.
But you are making progress.
Thank you, Doctor.
I would like to turn to Dieth and say like, I don't want to keep you. I'll leave you guys. We're clearly going through some things. I am concerned about the amount of mind flayers in the area.
Yeah.
That's a little concerning.
Yeah.
Strix is clearly very upset and guilty about her friend. She feels like she's responsible, but I feel like she did what she had to do to protect everyone in the house. Mind flayers are no joke, even if they were your friends before. If you'd like, I can have somebody come and remove this for you so it's not traumatic. Unless, having dead bodies in your house is something that you do often.
Nonsense.
I I mean, I don't judge. I'm never gonna yuck anybody's yum, but
You hear Strix yell, "I'm good at burying bodies. I'll take care of it."
Yeah, Warrington was our friend, and I think it's only appropriate that we ourselves give him a proper burial.
I think
Could
that's
do for him after
incredibly noble of you. Dyson or something. My concern is I don't know a lot about mind flayers, but you don't think perhaps the mind flayers that your friend Paulton ran into were trying to come and collect him? I'm just saying, as a mental professional, I have certain resources you could use for this.
Why would mind flayers come and try to collect him?
From my research, they do appear to be kind of a hive mind type of deal, so maybe they were just coming to get him. I have some notes here in my bag, and I will grab my bag and just like, again, pulling out various bits of research, which all looks like conspiracy theory, like Mothman Bush did 9/11 type, like wars. And I just like start piling it on where it's like mind flayers, like hive mind flayers, kidnapping children out of schools. Like I will just start giving this to him to have. And you can keep these. I have plenty of copies. I just don't want to mess around, you know?
So you know way more than you said you did.
Well, I mean, you can always learn more, that's for sure. I don't want to say that I'm an expert or anything like that when you can always have a little growth.
Sure. Well, we don't. I still think it's best if we deal with the body, because if nothing else, maybe someday we were able to get the funds or the means or whatever it is. Maybe someday we can actually bring him back. Like a true resurrection spell. So I don't think it'd be a good idea for us to just remove him.
I understand. I will take out one of my business cards and hand it to Diaz and be like, you call me anytime. The death of a friend it's really something else, you know? Well, thank you for inviting me in your lovely home. I will say, until you bury him, maybe like roll him onto a piece of plastic. He is leaking from the ceiling there. And I will go ahead and just make my way downtown, as it were.
Yeah. Sorry, I also heard there were ghosts.
Yeah, but now I'm kind of mad at the ghost because it did try and choke me. So I'm processing that on my own. I won't make that your problem.
You got
yeah.
But we have unseen servants, but not straight
Also-
up ghosts.
Strix is like, "Why was the ghost choking you?"
Could be any number of reasons. I don't remember a ghost from last time.
Neither do I. What the hell is going on in this place?
Don't let her leave.
Strix, you walk into the Warrington's room, the old attic storage room, and you can see the black goo on the walls, which is sort of hardened.
Oh, I want to lick it.
Yes, you do.
I'm not gonna lick it.
But you also see the maze map on the floor that he drew, and you can see all the contraptions that he's built out of everything he could get his hands on, including this strange mannequin in the center of the room with the bunny ears.
All right. Does anything look like? What is the most openly dangerous / magical looking piece in here?
Well, you don't know what's magical unless you cast Detect
Okay.
Magic.
Okay. Oh, do I have that now? Thanks to my new stick.
That's a good question.
I'm looking. No, I have telekinesis. That's fun. I don't think I do. Oh, I have dispel magic, which that might work.
Actually, you do have Detect Magic. You can use that with
I
the staff
do!
at will.
Wow!
No charges.
My new stick. All right, because I still have my regular staff as a lantern on
Yes.
my belt. Sorry, I'll take out my new staff,
All right, it flares with some magical runes as it kind of lights up a little bit, and you cast that spell. When you do, you can see that there is magic issuing from the mannequin.
All right.
And you can see that part of it has broken off. It's got sort of these It's got new arms kind of attached to it, so they're kind of sticking out
Okay.
at kind of weird angles. But it's also got these other things stuck in it, and there's something lying on the floor that looks like it's meant to attach into its chest.
All right. I look at that and I'm like, well, this looks like some kind of weird space hippo nonsense that I need to put together. So I'll walk over there and pick up the piece and stick it inside the chest of the mannequin.
When you do, the mannequin immediately, so it doesn't have legs anymore. It's sort of on a post that's fixed to a base, and it starts to spin around on that post like some sort of crazy ballerina.
Okay, not like in this.
And as it does, energy begins to flash over its metal parts and between its bunny ears, and a portal opens up in the room, and Paulton, Diath, you hear this sound from upstairs.
You've heard that sound before, I'm sure.
And then this kind of
Is this loud enough to wake me up? Because I just went to sleep.
yes.
You went in the room and went to sleep?
Yeah.
You just nodded off, and you were awakened by this strange sound. This womp womp sound.
After hearing that, I'm just gonna look to Dr. Thexamoff and just be like, "Sorry, I really have to go check on something."
Of course.
You run upstairs
Oh
with
my
the
God.
lantern.
Yeah.
Paul,
With, like,
Paul
blinding
opens the
speed.
door in his Strahd slippers and robes. He's like, why is it so loud in this damn house?
Simon is missing. Like, this is why Evelyn can't leave.
Paulton, when you come out, you say that the only one here to hear you is Dr. Thexamoff. She's standing
Why
at the
are
top.
you still here?
I was told to wait.
Well, you're being told not to wait. You may
Okay.
go.
Well, you have a wonderful night. I
No
love
problem.
those slippers. Those are just the cutest.
Oh,
And
aren't they?
they
They're the-
are.
It's so good. Like they make me nostalgic, right?
That's so sweet. Well,
Yeah.
you tell your Batman friend that I hope he has a fun time fighting crime. And I will pick up my bag and use this opportunity to leave the house.
Okay. So, Doctor, you make your way downstairs past the corpse of Warrington Munt and through into another chamber which has the spiral staircase leading down. You see, once you're back down in the tap room, that Albie, the albino beholder baseball creature, is there. It didn't really do any of the cleaning that it was asked to do. It tried to sort of stop the blood by kind of positioning itself underneath it so it wouldn't fall on the stool, but now it's just covered with Mind Flayer blood.
I would like to take another handkerchief and dab at his little his little head. Just give him and put it back in my bag because I don't litter. And then I will go to my waiting coach.
This beholder thing kind of follows you.
Aw, come with me.
No, don't take Albie.
I won't take him. As like it's like somebody's dog that's like really excited. I'll like gently like kind of push it away as I try and like close the door.
All right. It really wants to go with you, but you kind of pull the door shut. But then I need you to make a strength check to oppose its telekinetic
Oh my
ray.
god.
All right.
Actually, just make a strength saving throw.
Okay. That's not bad. 17?
That's strong enough that you can force the door closed until it latches
Okay.
and head to your cart. Then as you're climbing into the cart with the help of the driver, because the steps are kind of big for your little body, you see through the dark window of the tap room, the beholder just sort of pressed up against it, looking at you like a dog, very, very sad.
Oh.
I will blow it a little kiss and be like, oh, bye, you sweet little biscuit. And then
Its eyes get big.
I will be emotionally traumatized by this for at least 2 hours. And then instead of going home, I'm going to go back to the asylum.
Okay, you give the driver directions, head back to the Mistra Arms. Mistra's arms. And so it clatters off. And even those of you in the bowels of the house can hear the sound of a coach outside clattering away. Strix, when you get upstairs, there's no sign of Strix, and you can just see the mannequin kind of slowing down. It's spinning. And there's like a little flash of light from between the bunny ears, and it goes dark.
The very first thing I do is call out for Strix.
Strix, you are in the room, but there's no residue on the walls.
Okay.
And even though it's the same room, it seems to be in a different time or place, because there are large parts of the walls that are just missing, and all the glass is broken out. So there are these gaps and slats into the night. Now, you would be able to see out through these gaps, except for the fact that there are big, thick webs outside.
I know what this is.
And caught in the webs, you can see what appear to be birds that have flown into them and become trapped.
Okay.
There's no sign of the contraption or any of Warrington's other paraphernalia in the room.
Okay. I know this place. I've been here, haven't I? Well, I will Arcana check, but I think I've been here. Oh, that's 14.
What do you think this room is?
This is the Shadowfell.
Hard to say, but it does sort of remind you of that. And the place seems to be, this room has not been lived in a long time.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
There is still a door, however, leading out into the hallway, across from which would be Diath's room.
Okay. I'm going to go to that door. Okay. Just telling myself, I'm just going, okay. Can get out. Can always get out. Gonna get out. Have my new stick. Have my old stick. Have things to defend myself. Gonna get out.
Then you hear your name.
God, no. No. No, it was just a bunny. It was just a bunny mannequin. It seems so innocuous. Okay, where is it coming from?
Somewhere.
Okay. I stand up straight, and I look out into the room, and I say, yes, what do you want? I'm here. I'm probably stuck here again for a million years. What do you want?
Diath, you get no response.
Am I up in the room at this point?
Yes.
Hey, where'd Strix go?
She's gone right now. So when I came in here, I noticed like the mannequin was moving and doing stuff.
It was spinning around very slowly, coming to a stop. And there was just a flash between its bunny ears signaling that whatever it did or whatever happened, it stopped now.
In a precursory glance around the room, I see no other notable changes.
Some of things have been moved around a little bit, pushed maybe by some sort of energy or force, and a few papers seem to be missing. Or they were blown away somewhere.
Yeah.
You can also see what appears to be a dead bird on the floor that wasn't there before.
What kind of bird was it?
It's a desiccated sparrow. It looks like it's been dead for a long time.
Huh. That's weird. Diath will kind of like do the thing where he's gonna like step over a lot of stuff on the floor.
Yep.
Get closer to the mannequin and just inspect it further. He doesn't even really know what he's looking for. He's just
Okay, make a perception check. And Paulton, you're there too.
Okay. Am I doing any check?
It depends. What do you want to do? You see, Diath's obviously looking around this mannequin.
Do I feel anything familiar?
No. Not at the moment.
perception is 21.
You see that near the base of the mannequin is a small piece of metal that looks like it fell off. It became detached.
Okay. And I don't remember if this was on the mannequin before or not.
You don't remember seeing it on the mannequin before, but you can see with your roll where it's supposed to be, in the chest of the mannequin.
Okay.
It's this sort of U-shaped piece of wire that sort of plugs in almost like into an outlet.
Holding
I see
on to
that?
it, Dieth is just going to turn back to Paulton and just be like, do you know what this is? Do you know anything?
Do I see that it looks like it would fit in there?
Mm-hmm.
Can I just like, if I try to take it from Dieth, is he gonna like let it go?
Probably.
Then
I
yes.
just wanna like take
Dieth
it.
just like, oh yeah, he's looking at it for inspection purposes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, clearly that goes in there. Click.
Click. All right, Strix. What do you do when you get no reply to your query?
I mean, I'm looking. There's a door.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm
leading out to the hallway that goes downstairs.
Okay. So I'm not. I don't know what's here. So I'm just going to very gently just peek through the door.
Okay.
I don't want to like go through the door. I just want to like.
Okay. This hallway has a gaping hole in the roof, and again, there seem to be more webs strung around the outside of the structure. But the staircase leading down to the third floor, you can see is in very poor condition, but is basically still intact.
Okay.
The wooden staircase has become warped by time
Okay.
and elements. Dieth's bedroom door is not entirely closed, but you can hear nothing coming from beyond it, and you can just sort of smell kind of that smell of bird poop and neglect and time passing.
Right. I will. I'm just gonna. I'm gonna go ahead and make myself. Well, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna turn myself into a cloud.
All right,
Yeah.
you're a gaseous Strix.
Okay. And I'm gonna kind of float down the hallway so that I don't get around any of the dangerous falling bits
Okay.
and just sort of peek in the rooms.
All right. As you make your way down the hallway, you hear a whoosh sound behind you, back from the room you came.
Oh.
And there's a blast of air that sort of passes through your gaseous body down the staircase from that room.
Oh, I'm definitely going to look back to that. So
Okay.
I'll turn around and look.
When you turn around and you peer back into the room, you see Dieth and Paulton standing there.
See?
Oh.
You just see their backs, and Dieth's just like, I don't think that did anything.
And then suddenly Dieth and Paulton, you instantly see you've been transformed to another space.
Oh, yeah. Strix will immediately float back in there and turn back into herself and be like, oh, you made it!
And we got Strix back. And also it completely changed the same room we're still in.
After turning around and seeing Strix there, Dieth immediately is just like, Strix, and like kind of runs up to her and almost kind of like stops himself.
In her gaseous form, there's nothing to really hold on
No,
to.
she turned back
Oh,
into
I'm
herself
sorry, yes.
once they
Okay.
got there, yeah.
Yeah, he kind of like stops himself before he got too close and just like,
And she hugs
what
him.
happened?
She doesn't stop him. She hugs him immediately.
Oh, and then he'll just kind of be like, he'll throw it back and just like, what happened?
It's a portal. I think we're in the Shadowfell.
Ah, again?
I don't know. What do you think, Paulton? You take a closer look. This place likes you better.
Does it feel like it likes me better?
Make an insight check, Paulton.
Dirty 20.
Okay. This feels a little different, but you can't explain exactly how. But on some meta level, you, Paulton, realize that this is, if nothing else, you are in a version of Waterdeep that is different from the one you came from. A coexistent Waterdeep.
Says, all right. This feels exactly the same, and I can explain everything.
So
We
there,
are in-
yeah.
We are in
Not or deep.
Shadow
Fire
Deep.
Fire and Shallowant. It is the right side up and of Waterdeep.
Well,
So, would you say perhaps a different dimension?
Yes.
I mean, that's my guess.
Yes, you would.
That's totally what I was gonna say, but then you beat me to it.
Sorry, I didn't mean to take that away from you.
No, it's okay. I already knew that.
Yeah, I
Clearly.
wouldn't have known that without you.
Exactly. That's why I'm
If
here.
this might be where everyone is, like, I don't know. If there's invisible things, they might have come from here.
Well,
A big ass spider, like about 10 feet across, crawls on the outside of the web up toward the roof, paying no mind to you at all.
Okay. Doesn't want us.
But stay away from the walls and
Doesn't want us. Doesn't. All right.
Look, last we heard when we went to the Blackstaff Tower, isn't it possible that this is what Audra Nell was mucking around with?
That's right. I wonder if we yell her name, she'll come see us.
I don't know if we should yell.
yeah, we
They're
should
big
go
spiders.
straight. We should go straight to the library.
Oh, the library. That's right.
It's
Wow.
it's right below you, one floor down.
I can help us get there. I can
Yeah.
use my pass wall.
You totally could.
All right.
Okay. Do it straight.
I'm going to use my new stick and wow, is this a plan? This is really good of us. I'm so proud of us. Can we get like a group high five or something? I learned that in therapy.
Yeah, okay.
So you burn the charges and then you tap the staff on the ground, opening a hole in the floor that you can see has the library below you. And through that hole, you see the kids.
They're okay.
You guys are okay.
Yeah,
Well,
they're all huddled around in the library. And this library, by the way, does not look like yours. It looks lived in. There are
Oh.
books on the shelves. There's all kinds of paraphernalia about. This is somebody's workspace. And the kids are not alone. You see that they have, lying on the floor next to them, another kid. And you recognize this other kid as the young boy to whom Evelyn gave Juniper.
Oh.
This is the young boy also that Simon locked in a chest
Oh
in
yeah.
the turret. The young boy's name probably escapes you at the moment. But he is lying unconscious on the floor, Simon standing on the desk nearby with a wooden slat
Oh.
in his hand.
I just look at Paulton and I'm like, that's not my problem.
My son's already conquered the Shadowfell.
And when the kids see you in the hole in the ceiling, the magical hole that's formed temporarily, Nat will wave, Simon will drop. He'll actually sort of try to hide the piece of wood, kind of kick it off the end of the desk.
Yeah. Jenks is just going to yell, there's no pies here.
Hey guys.
And Simon will say, "We're prisoners."
Oh, God.
What, like emotionally or literally here?
And he says, "Oh, a wizard. She's holding us here."
Strix, how
Well-
long can you keep this pass wall open?
Oh, it just stays open. It's just there. Yeah.
Great. Hang on, kids. We're getting you out of there. And Dieth will like hop down into that room.
Okay, you land like a cat.
Yeah.
Alden kind of stumbles through the hole.
All right.
And the
Strix
kid-
just falls and hits the ground.
the kids will tell you that this young boy works with the wizards, with the wizard. Sorry.
Works
With
for
the
wizard that's
wizard?
holding them captive.
Yeah. And so their plan was to knock him out and trade his release for their release.
The kids, you can't be manipulating people like that. Leans over Simon. I'm so proud of you. You can't use people's lives as a currency for trade. You're doing great, son. Keep it up. We're gonna have a long talk about this, and I'm gonna congratulate you.
Oh my god.
So this young boy who's lying unconscious on the floor, who just got conked over the head not too long ago, and the kids were talking about, you can see that he looks like the boy you had met earlier, but the way he's dressed, very kind of dirty, soot-stained. His brown hair is even longer, and you can see he's sort of sallow and malnourished.
Oh.
All right, let's get them out of here. Let's take the kids and like put them back up into the room above.
All right.
That's how we got in. Maybe that's the same way we can get out.
Yeah, I can.
There's a ladder that you can detach from the shelves, one of those rolly little slidey ladder things, to help get back up, because it's like a 10-foot climb to the hole.
Yes, so we'll do that, but DF also will kind of stay near the ladder and like kind of like hoist each kid up as they're going up to help make sure they're okay.
Okay. Yeah, and they'll tell you that this is the wizard's study, and they don't know who she
Right.
is, but she is just crazy.
Yeah.
All right.
We're getting them out of here.
Okay, we'll put the ladder up, and I can't actually dispel the pass wall, so we can get them upstairs in the other room. But there's that giant spider. That's really bad. I think we should go with them.
Does anyone else want to meet this wizard?
We'll meet the wizard, but not with the kids.
Oh, true.
Yeah, let's just hold on. DF wants to investigate the shit out of this room
Okay.
as much as he can.
Yeah, you can see that
What's happening?
the shelves are packed with all sorts of books that have been gathered from who knows where. It's a mishmash collection.
I go through that too.
The desk has a lectern beside it that has an open spell book on it, and there are some other books piled on the desk, as well as some melting candles that Simon sort of accidentally kicked over. You can see that there's a bird cage that doesn't have any birds in it at the moment, but you can see there's a small pillow in the cage, and they will tell you that that's where the boy apparently was living.
Ugh.
Oh.
This person's barmy. Can I look at what the spell book is open to?
It is open to, not surprisingly, a spell, but one you are not familiar with. And when you look at the book and all the notes around it, you can see that this spell book the spells have been transcribed in one hand, of course, and there's a whole bunch of annotations and things, and just some crazy-ass drawings. This is a mind that doesn't think like normal minds.
Oof. Ooh,
But as you sort of flip through, there is a drawing that shows somebody who's got like something impaled through them. And written above it is the name Alcoria.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. This is the enemy of oh no. Oh no. What did she do to her?
You're knowing a lot, and I have very little context.
Okay, Paulton, listen. Orcoria was the one who helped us open the bakery. She's the one who was like my wizard patron, who I thought was my friend.
She's the one who helped turn Simon into a real boy.
She turned Simon.
Yes.
There's the context that Paulton would know. Yes, she turned Simon into a real boy. Not that she's been to her house a million times. Fine.
Barely aware of
Yes.
pies are being sold.
And as you recall, she's the one who sold the house. She owned the house before Magnus did.
I don't think she's a nice person. I think she trapped whoever this person is here. Maybe they can help us. Maybe it seems like they've gone insane being here, but they might not be bad.
How do we know we don't have this backwards? Maybe she got herself stuck here. I mean, we'd heard about from the Blackstaff. They even said that she worked with dimensional magic and was already rejected by numerous.
That's true.
That's true, yes.
Maybe she's misunderstood.
Well, maybe she's just bad then. I don't know. I think we should get out of here.
The boy is waking up.
I just like conk
Oh.
over the head.
No, don't do that. No. I'll give him one of my little Goodberry hand pies.
Oh, okay. So you splash something on him to wake him up after Paulton just conks him on the head.
Yeah, and I just hand him a pie.
When you do, he just devours it.
Hey, dude, little guy, what's going on here?
So in a moment, I'm going to turn this character over to Jared. But this is what this young man says. And he tells you that he has been a prisoner here for a long time. He lived with his family in the town. His family was killed, murdered for harboring and sheltering harpers.
Oh.
He and his sister were able to flee and survive, but they became separated, and that's when he was caught by Audra and brought back here to basically be a servant.
Okay, not nice. Audra, not nice. Audra, rug Audra. This is Audra, the rug Audra, the one who sent the rug.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did have, the kid tells you that she did order a rug.
Yeah, with her dimensional magic. This is where she's been. Perhaps you've been trapped. Who knows?
And water
Working
deep.
in secret.
So Strix will like kneel down to the kid and be like, "Do you know where she could be right now?"
Oh, she's in the house. She felt some weird presence across dimensions, and she went to confront it because it was somebody she knew.
Yeah, last I heard she went to go and choke someone.
That's
It's in great hands. He's in great hands. I love this.
That's unfortunate.
There's something else that you know, Martum, and that is that the water deep that he lives in is ruled by worshippers of Shar, the goddess of shadow and night.
Oh no.
And the three rulers of the city are a death knight named Vanrak Moonstar, a shadow dragon named Umbraxakar, and Evelyn of Shar.
Oh no.
Guys,
This
guys,
makes
guys.
sense.
Can we stay here? It's so cool.
No, we're not staying
It's so
here.
cool here.
Don't you remember that? You don't.
Yes,
remember.
I do, and it was so cool.
It was not cool.
This
It was
isn't
pretty
cool. Everyone's in danger right now. We got to get everyone out of here.
Yes,
All right.
we need to leave
But
immediately.
first, we need to meet this wizard.
No, do I have a spell to make you pass out? I'm just.
Nope. It's okay. She's probably not even that strong.
All right.
That's why she has to order
Do
her
we
way.
know if Waffles is here? I'm going to turn to Simon. Like, Simon, is Waffles here? Is Waffles back at the house?
Simon's upstairs now, and he's saying, she didn't come with us.
Okay. All right. Waffles is back at the house. We didn't check. She must have been asleep. She sleeps a lot. It's like a cat. So, all right. Waffles isn't here. We just need to get the kids out of here. We all need to stay together. So let's all go upstairs.
Can I go too?
Yes. What was your name again?
What is my name?
Martum,
Martum?
With
Yep.
an N or an M?
Martem, last name Trek, Trec.
Martem. Okay.
Martum, two M's.
Martum.
All right. Martum. Yes.
Coming with us.
Yes,
Okay.
we have plenty. We always need more mouths to feed.
Yep.
So Martin,
We're cold here a lot.
don't worry, you won't get your own room. That's a lie. You'll get to live with 3 other wonderful children. Let's go.
Martum, you know that if they're going to try to escape this place, they're probably going to need Audra's spellbook.
Oh, anytime Audra ever wants to leave, she takes that big old thing and does stuff with it.
I look at the spell book and I'm like, you know what? I want that anyway, and I take it. Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not a wizard, but I'm taking it anyway.
Strix, definitely take it. If nothing else, we can probably learn quite a bit from it.
That's true. Also, I like books, even though no one ever gets them for me and our library is empty.
So you all So I shouldn't assume this. Do you all climb up the ladder to get back into the room that was the attic room? Because as I understand it, Paulton's really got it, a bee in his bonnet about finding this Audra Nell.
Yes, we need to. I agree, Paulton. We need to find Audra, but we need to keep the kids safe. So my idea is, and hear me out, there's 4 of them. It might be a bit of a waste of my magic, but I have my new stick. But we can turn them all into clouds and put them in various vessels on our body.
That's
Great.
one thing. I also agree with Paulton that we do need to find Audra, but it should also be when we have the advantage, and we don't right now. Not while the kids are here, and not while we're in her home turf.
That's true. But vessels.
But
If she's a powerful wizard, and she's not here right now, maybe we can like sabotage her stuff. Maybe we can poison her or something. Is there anything I can poison?
Maybe
well,
we could
okay.
sabotage the thing she uses to get back between this dimension and our own.
Yeah. What would she use? Do I see anything she would use?
Possibly the book in your hand. But as you look around, maybe quickly search her desk for things, you can find all kinds of paraphernalia. She has gathered so much stuff. There's talismans, there's bird claw things, there's what looks like a tuning fork that you pull out.
Ooh, that's interesting. Okay.
And you think this may be some sort of component for a high-level magical spell, possibly even a plane shift spell.
Right.
And
I have that spell. I have that spell on my staff.
You can plane shift.
We can leave.
You can
I
get
have
us
that spell.
It's good. Again,
That's what she's been using.
so it would seem.
and we need to get out of here. I
Okay, and I know, okay. I use remember the panic spell that I used to get us back? It takes us back to the panic room when we leave places all together and we panic together and leave.
Wherever
It's the circle on the ground, the symbols I draw. I can use plane shift to get us to go back there.
Okay.
But I would still like to just look around and get a feel for the place, like see if I like vibe with it. It seems really interesting.
We can come back. I'm sure Evelyn will want to come back when she hears that Evelyn of Shar is here. We can come back, but the kids need to go back to the house.
Put them back in the house.
We have to take them back.
Okay, take them back and we'll come
We
back
can
here.
leave you here if you want, but we have to take the kids back.
That's such a horrible idea, and it's also probably going to happen.
We can't just leave Paulton here.
Not with that attitude.
No, I'm not going to leave you here. Evelyn would never forgive us,
That's true. She wouldn't.
and she would never forgive you.
That's also true.
Okay. Well,
Look,
Can we go back to the Dark Paulton? Because I feel like Dark Paulton was a little bit more like easy to work with.
well, I never starts walking out the room.
No. Okay, I'm gonna cast plane shift. We're gonna leave.
All right, so just so you know, you and up to 8 willing creatures who link hands in a circle are transported by the spell. There's you, there's Diath,
Okay, we're all
there's
holding hands.
5 kids, including Simon and Martin.
Damn it!
And
We have to leave Paulton.
Paulton.
Damn it!
Huh.
So you, Diath, Paulton, 5 kids, is 8.
that's
And
ex-
it's-
Oh, it is 8.
that's
Okay.
exactly
Yeah.
right, Mom.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Paulton, we're all holding. Okay. Everyone get a circle. It's like when you're in like school and they tell you to get in this, like, when you're going to like, get a circle.
Can't just leave you behind.
No, we're not leaving anyone behind. Paulton, we're holding hands. We're all holding hands in a circle.
Chris, I don't feel like I'd be able to like do any shifting with any Barovian Vistani shenanigans, do I?
Shifting?
Like
In your travel.
yeah.
So your Vistani heritage allows you to walk through the mists without dying. So you can come and go from a Ravenloft domain where no one else can. But that's the limit.
That is not where we are.
Well, you may be. This may be the Shadowfell, but you haven't seen enough to really know for sure. Certainly Shar is a being who would be strongly inclined to pull a city into the Shadowfell if she could.
Okay, I'll go with
Okay.
for now. But I
Thank
want
you.
You're still in your slippers.
Here's the thing, Paulton. We can come back here. Whatever Warrington made or whatever that thing is or why it's there, we can use it again.
Right.
And I can get us out again, but we need to get the kids back home.
And if Strix has her spell book, I mean, she's not going anywhere.
It's true. She's stuck.
She
We're making her
also
a prisoner.
probably has her plane shifting tuning fork.
I had the tuning fork, yeah. All right, so
Let's
So-
get the kids back. We'll grab a sandwich. I'll get my
and
I'll-
Evelyn.
Yeah, and well, obviously, and I'll also get my cloak, and then I'll be much more ready for this place. You're right. I am ill-equipped. I am just in a robe.
You don't even have Strahd von Cherevich.
Yeah, you're in slippers.
Okay. We will read.
All right.
All right.
All right.
In that
Yeah.
case, you activate the staff, you cast the spell, and because you're all holding hands, you all disappear to your panic room on your own plane as you left it.
I just like fall to the ground and like hug some garbage that's left there. I'm just like, oh, I'm so happy to be back.
And right outside the door, of course, is the bled out carcass of Warrington Munt.
Wow.
And when the kids see it, they all scream.
Oh no! No!
So-
No, stay here. No, actually,
So
stay here.
let us resolve the Warrington Munt situation in the last few minutes we have.
Squiggly's just like poking it.
Yeah, Strix is gonna be like, no. We have to. I'm good at burying people. This has to be my doing, as it always is.
Who was that?
That's oh my god. I'm gonna use
Mom,
gonna
I asked
use
a
my-
question.
no.
You can't ignore your kid forever.
Squidly, I am not your mom.
Well, then who is that?
I am not. Paulton and Dieth, I need your help, please.
Of course, Strix, you got it.
I'll use telekinesis to float him out front of the house.
Okay.
That's got to be a sight.
Or wherever,
It's in the
wherever
middle. It's
we
a
have grass.
dead of night. Absolutely the
Yeah.
dead of night. There's not really any grass in Waterdeep. There's just cobbles and dirt, and so
Okay.
Well,
On good thing is that I'm currently using telekinesis, which I think lasts for 10 minutes.
yep.
So I can go outside, float him down there, lift the cobbles up, lift the dirt up,
Okay.
and move it aside. This also looks very dramatic because she's gonna lift up the. Because before she would have used
Yeah.
her staff, but her staff does it for her.
So all these cobbles come rising up out off the ground and just kind of float in the air until enough dirt is cleared away to create a cavity. And this is all happening under this moonlit sky in Troll Skull Alley when everybody else appears to be asleep.
I'm sure there's one neighbor watching us who just watches us like a bad reality television show, but that's fine.
There is in fact one.
I can think of at least one.
Yeah, and so she'll move his body down into the grave. And probably she tells Paulton to go get one of his favorite guns.
He doesn't have one currently.
Okay. Well, go get something that was his that he liked. Do you know anything that he liked?
I will see what I can do. I'll go up to Warrington's room, see
Okay.
what I can find.
If there's anything left of the carnage.
You can see that there's a black box with like a button on it. And some wires kind of extruding out of it and disappearing into the corners of the room.
What? Describe said button.
It's big and red.
God.
Strix is thinking like, I should have sent Dia.
I'm gonna put a pin in that. Do I find any muskets?
Or just like a hat.
Sadly, you only find pieces of muskets because he disassembled his weapons to make all kinds of other contraptions, which is heartbreaking.
Okay, you know what? Let's just not decide for ourselves. Okay. I'm going to walk to the first floor,
Yeah.
and then I'm going to cast Mislead.
Okay.
And I would like for my my clone. Can my clone go up there and press the button?
That is a good question.
I have this really nice thing that we're going to do. So it's just
So,
if Paulton explodes,
So
Strix is going to do it anyway.
Paulton does not come back quickly, Strix.
Calls out, it's like, still looking. Couple good options. Just want to make sure it's the right one.
Okay. All right. She'll just like continue to put the dirt over it.
Since it's clearly just described as an illusion, I'm going to say it can't really manipulate anything.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead. What is there anything like literally anything small in the room?
There's all kinds of small stuff. There's a charcoal pencil that he was using to draw all his crazy stuff and his formulae. There's the blueprints for the turret cannon.
Okay, so I'm gonna animate object on the pencil.
Okay.
And I'm gonna place it next to the button and then walk downstairs and then command it to press the button.
Okay. While that's going on, Strix, what would you like to do?
Strix immediately realizes that she should not have even told Paulton to leave, and that in the future she won't do that. So she sets it up, and before she buried him, she took his medals off.
Yes.
And so she's just going to like lay out a piece of cloth and the medals. She wanted to get a rifle to put like a sash on. But because nothing goes right in her life or any of the people around her, she just has a dirty piece of her robe on the ground on top of the grave with her with the medals strewn on it. And so she's just going to sit there and just walk backwards and just say to Dieth, like, if there's anything you want to say. And we weren't very nice to him, but
really, really quick. I actually want to just what I said. I actually want to wait until I'm like out there too.
Of course. So so Paulton does come back out.
Walk out. It's like, back, guys.
All right, and Strix is very somber. She's just like, if you want to say anything, it's all of our fault that he died. It's our fault that everyone dies around us, and we're only on borrowed time from the gods. We're here only as long as we can be, because eventually our tricks are going to stop working, and all of our attempts at living are going to stop working, and eventually we're going to be just like Warrington and not be able to be brought back. And then it's up to them. It's up to what happens and whatever plane and whatever petition we end up trying. But we have to care about each other because we don't have enough time.
Everyone's out here, right?
The kids aren't out here.
No, it's just the three of you.
Oh. Guys, I forgot to actually get the thing from Warrington's room. I'll be back one more time.
You come out with the kids?
Okay. The kids really wanted to get into it. Just so much, and they're just.
Strix is like mad about this. She's like, Paulton, the kids shouldn't see this.
He's buried.
But I saw this growing up. No one needs to see what I saw. No one needs to see this. No one needs to see everyone dying around them. It's not fair.
So, you want to...
Simon's like, this is actually pretty tame.
Yeah. Simon, you're like 80. It doesn't matter just because you're small. No one even realizes that, but you're a grown adult. Don't pull that shit on me, Simon.
So you want to teach these kids that these things that are very real and a big part of life just don't exist?
I just don't want them to end up like me.
You hear a voice from somewhere in Troll Skull. Will you please shut up? Go to sleep.
That's it. I'm done. Goodbye. I tried to be nice. I tried to do something nice for our friend who's dead, and there's nothing we can do.
That's when the top of the house explodes. So you see a great plume of orange flame engulf the attic storage room, Diath's bedroom, and the top of the turret. And everything just, the whole top of the house just goes up like a Roman candle, blasted to smithereens. And you are standing there over Warrington's grave as flinders rain down upon you, embers, burning papers and wood, and other paraphernalia. And you can't imagine in that moment a more glorious GIF send-off.
Strix actually says that. She's just like, well, this is what he would have wanted.
Yeah, I think it is.
Dr. Theximoff, when you get back to your office, the first thing you want to do is check into your files to find that individual. And you do find a big file on Audra Nell. And suddenly it all comes back to you. All of the damage, all of the distress. You didn't hold much hope that she would be able to weather the storm of what she perceived to be all of her enemies around her. But you can crack the file open and see, refresh your mind.
Okay. I will go through the file, and it's probably thicker than Strix's file, I'm assuming.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like it's in volumes.
Right. Here's a woman who went up through the wizardly way, tried to become a member of the Arcane Brotherhood, was turned down, and then proceeded to a spiraling life, a descent, offending all the wrong people, making all the wrong enemies, and getting herself deeper and deeper into this maelstrom of trouble. Your assistants, upon learning that you've returned, come just to check up on you, make sure you're all right. You see there are now 4 of them.
I will see that there are 4 of them, and I'd like to imagine that like I make new ones wear like a fun hat or something, like so I know that they're new.
Because they all look the same, really. There's not much to distinguish them.
They kind of do, but like one of them wears like one of those hats that like new Google employees wear that has like a little like propeller on top of it. Yeah. It's very charming. I will greet my new intern, and I'll set my very cute owl bear wicker bag on my desk and say, well, that didn't go as expected. But I kind of expected it to not go as expected, so I'm not too terribly upset. I think we're going to have our work cut out for us, for sure. I was not able to get the body, but I guess, and it sounds a little bleak, try not to judge, probably going to have to dig it up. Done it before. It's not glamorous work,
I hate this.
but we do what we need to do. I did have a bit of a run-in with a previous patient, so I'm going to go ahead and take a peek at these notes here and come up with a plan. And I think, let's see, I think for this particular patient, she would be a good candidate for sure if we can get to her. And we'll have our work cut out for us for sure. But I see something greater for her. That thing we talked about in the Hall Hands meeting the other day. You're new, we'll fill you in. But it has something to do with what we found in Undermountain.
And that's where we'll stop.
This has been horrible.
Thanks, I hate it.
It's pretty cool how the therapist is the one who's giving us trust issues.
Yeah, that's great. That's great.
Oh, thank you, Hadil. Thank you so much for joining us. This was too much fun.
It was amazing.
Time.
And obviously more fun to be had.
Yeah, I survived.
Yes.
You did.
Yeah.
No,
You
we're not
did.
going to kill you. Your other patients will.
Maybe.
We shall see. We shall see. So, any announcements before we part company for the week?
Ugh.
Yeah, I'm gonna be at Comic-Con this weekend in Birmingham, Alabama, and
That's fun.
yeah. So if you guys want to hang out, if you're in the area, come say hey.
I'm not sure which other things we're allowed to announce yet.
True.
But we do have things.
We have things.
They can wait till next week.
It's mostly because Anna's not here. and
Right.
Yeah, and she's
Yes.
the one who tells us what to say. Ironically, Evelyn's also going to come back to half of the house blown off. So,
That is true.
you know.
Yeah, let's see how she likes it.
Before we go, I have to know, was the stuff in the treasure chest okay?
We'll have to find out next week.
No, the
Well,
treasure.
just like when the DM presents the chaotic neutral bard,
I would have pressed that button. I would have just like,
what else was gonna happen?
I mean,
Yeah.
it's what Warrington would have wanted.
Yeah.
It was beautiful.
It was wired into the last of the gunpowder, which yeah. So that was great.
It was beautiful.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Then, if there are no further announcements, just know that there is a Dice Camera Action subreddit out there.
What?
What?
How would one find such a place?
I don't know. You tell me.
I'll have to.
Just spam the link. Spam it.
Spam
Spam it.
Spam the link. So lots of good conversations happening there. If you want to know what people think is going to happen, it's a good place to hang out. I myself have been inspired.
Oh, cool. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
I love and hate that Evelyn of Shar is still around.
I know.
Well, it's Evelyn of Shar from that dimension.
Oh,
Cool. That's good. I'm glad that's better.
cool.
Cool.
Well,
All right.
Right on.
All right, then
But-
we're done. The doctor is out, and we will be back next week for more fun and frolic. Hopefully, Anna will be back as well. And until then, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and peace out.
thank you, Hadil.
I'll be back.
Indeed, indeed.